Hello, my name is David Lee. Welcome to the Home Guard training tape. In this tape, you'll learn one of the empty hand form in the Home Guard system, the Lao Guard fist. The Home Guard system is originated in the southern Shaolin Temple and was created by a Shaolin student, kuen in the 18th century. The low sturdy stances and powerful hand techniques are the trademarks of the Home Guard system. The rigorous training of stances and techniques build up a strong foundation of footwork and to increase physical strength, while the internal breathing and dynamic tension exercise, which promote internal organs exercise, improving health and the internal strength. The balance of external and internal training make Home Guard one of the most popular fighting systems in Hong Kong and China today. The Lao Guard fist is the first empty hand form taught in the Home Guard system. It contains the basic stances and the basic techniques of the system. Now let's go through the techniques in the Lao Guard fist one time. Now let's go through the techniques in the Lao Guard fist one time.
Form Lao Guard fist.
The form started with an opening salute to the front, then another salute to the left, followed by a back fist and a double back fist. And now another salute to the right, a back fist and a double back fist. A double uppercut to the side of the body, followed by a double fist, Corsan block, double crane ring block, a right hand chop, a left hand block, and a reverse punch, a chop, and a low block, a grab followed by a chop, another grab followed by a front kick, and a side reverse punch. Now move your left leg to the left side and execute a one-finger circular block. Grab and a reverse punch, a forearm chopping block, a high block with a palm strike, double forearm block, double tiger claw, double tiger claw block, a grab and a chop, followed by a knee kick. Double forearm chop, a low block, and a high forearm block, double crane ring, a front kick, and a phoenix eye fist. Another circular one finger block, and sometimes this referred as the dynamic tension exercise. A reverse punch, an elbow strike, a low palm strike, a high back fist, here's another dynamic tension exercise. A grab, reverse punch, a forearm chopping block, a high block with a palm strike, double arm block, double tiger strike, double tiger block, a forearm block, a grab and a chop, grab and a knee kick, double forearm chop, a low fist block, and a high forearm block, double crane wing block, and a front kick, followed by a phoenix side fist. A low palm block, double circular block, double palm strike, low hand block, double circular block, double palm strike, double forearm block, another double forearm block, and followed by 3 other forearm block. A side elbow strike, a low palm strike, a high back fist, and double hand push. A grab, follow a chop, grab, and a side kick, a low block, and the eye poking techniques, a back fist, a spinning back fist, a hook punch, a stepping back fist, and double palm strike, and a closing salute. And back to the opening position. And close of the form. The Lao Gar fist is from the Lao Gar system. In the 18th century of the southern China, hundreds of different martial arts systems were eventually classified into 5 main fighting systems, and they were all named after their creators, namely Hung, Lao, Choi, Li, and Mok. Hung Gar was ranked #1 fighting system at that time. Techniques and movements of the Lao Gar system were closely related and similar to that of the Hung Gar system. Although the Lao Gar system is no longer being taught in the present times, forms from the Lao Gar system were incorporated into the Hung Gar system through generations. The basic techniques in a form contains 2 different types of movements, the upper body and the lower body movement. The upper body movements mainly consist the hand techniques such as the palm strike and the fist strike. The fist strike are strong and with tremendous penetrating power, while the palm strike can easily change into other open hand techniques such as grabbing and locking. The effectiveness of the hand techniques depends on power, speed, accuracy, and conditioning of the
Form
hands.
Lauka fist.
Power came from the legs and waist, and speed from the fast footwork, and the accuracy and the conditioning of the hands are through continuous practice and training. The lower body movements contain kicking and stances for footwork. The home guard system does not employ as many kicking techniques as in the northern systems. Kicking still are important techniques in combat, since the legs are much more powerful and have a longer reach than the hands. But when we kick, we are taking a chance to jeopardize the balance because we only have one leg on the ground to support the body, or even sometimes both legs are off the ground to execute a kick. In home guard system, most of the kicks are not higher than the chest, which allow you to withdraw the leg back quickly to regain maximum balance. All the hand and kicking techniques depends on footwork or stances. The footwork has to be firm, balanced, and quick in order to match the movements of the hands and legs. Strong and fast footwork will always put you in a more advantageous position whether to attack your opponent or to retreat from your opponents. Therefore, stances training is the most important in the home guard system. And besides stances training, form is another important training in the Hong Kong system. A form is a sequence of offensive and defensive techniques linked together in a fixed order and direction. Practice of form allows you to execute your techniques in full speed and power, and the techniques in the form were preserved from the actual combat. Therefore, focus and concentration are needed to visualize the real opponents in the form. And since the Hong Kong forms are relatively longer than that of the other systems, stamina and endurance will increase through the practice of form. When you're doing the form, make sure your breathing is synchronized to the movements and techniques so you can regenerate and restore energy. And you should not hold your breath under any circumstances. The Hong Kong adopt the lower abdomen or the Dantian breathing method instead of the upper chest breathing. The lower abdomen breathing will lower the center of gravity, which is important for stability and balance. Also allow the inner strength to flow more easily. Throughout the form in the Hong Kong system, a lot of techniques which are incorporated with sounds. In the Hong Kong system, small or low-pitched sounds are to help circulation and breathing, while the loud and explosive sounds are to help releasing the power. When you're learning the form, you should break down the form into several sections. Practice on one section and make sure you learn all the movements and the stances correctly. And until you are very familiar of the section, then you can move to another section. Also, pick the most difficult movements in the form, or those movements will give you more problems, and practice them separately.
Form Lauka Fish. Form Lauka fist.
This is my student Tom Figurata. He will demonstrate the Lao fish one time very slowly. And now you can look at the form one more time in different angle.
Form Lao fish. Form Lauka fist. Lauka fish.
Now let's take a look at some of the applications from the form. Each movement or techniques in the form can be used individually or as a sequence for blocking or striking. This one here, the first is to avoid a sweep by jump back a little bit and then block a front kick with the forearm and the chop to the neck and the front kick to the lower stomach and the reverse punch to the chest. The following one is also a sequence of defensive and offensive technique. Now first, block the punch with the left arm, chop him with the left hand, grab both arms and execute a knee kick. And block his front kick with double forearm and the crane wing, separate the arms and the front kick to the lower stomach and the phoenix side fish to the solar plex. The following one is if he initiate a punch, you block and you strike him back. And if he block your punch, you circle his arm with your both arm and execute an elbow strike and a low palm strike and follow with a back fist to the face. In most of the Hong Kong form, at the opening and close of the form, you will see a salute or a salutation, which is to show the respect to the audience and to the respect of your master. When you're learning this form, make sure you're not only just learning the movements, you're also learning the application of each move. And sometimes the same technique or movements might have a different application. And when you look at the techniques, you'll notice that the footwork or the stances always go a little bit ahead of the hand techniques. That is to indicate the power are transmitted from the leg through the waist to the upper body and to your arms. Thank you very much for joining me, and I hope you enjoy this tape, and I will see you on my other Hung Gar tapes.